We are going to work on helping you to release the hold of the narcissist, to help you to move past the betrayal, the anger, the hurt, and the feeling like you were just so lied to and manipulated. I'm going to help you to better understand your own power, and we're going to step into that power. So first, what I would like you to do is to lay down or get into a comfortable position, and you're going to really have to focus on keeping the eyes closed and just relaxing the whole body. And I'm going to talk you through it, but you just have to take that first step in either laying down or making sure that you have a good 30 minutes to devote to yourself right now. And I want you to focus on relaxing your breathing. But what does it mean to relax your breathing? Well, the first idea of it is to really just separate your mind from the purpose and the focus of breathing. Now, sometimes in meditation or hypnotherapy, we really focus on the breathing and on the breath. But what I want you to do now is focus on the space between the inhale and the exhale, the space between the breath. And I want you to allow your mind to connect more to the physical body rather than the functions of your body, like breathing. I want you to think about bringing your mind to the left toes of the left foot. So you're actually thinking about the left foot and the left toes, so the little toes towards the outside of the foot, and then all of the toes on the left foot. Bring your mindfulness now to all of the toes on the right foot. And then just imagine the sole of the right foot and all of the nerve endings that are there, all of the places that you've walked in your life, all of the times that you ran or skipped as a child. Then I want you to think about the sole of the left foot. Same thing. Think about all the steps you've taken in your life, both physically and emotionally. You probably think I'm going to go up the body, right? The way a lot of meditations and relaxations are. Nope. I want you to bring your mindfulness to your left ear. Just think about the left ear. Then I want you to think about the left nostril. Bring your mindfulness to the right ear, and then the lips. Relax the lips. Now go over to the right nostril. Bring your mindfulness there. Now I want you to think about your scalp. All of the different follicles, all of the pores on your scalp. And I want you to just imagine every single follicle relaxing, and I want you just to relax your shoulders in that moment. And then I want you to relax every facial muscle you have. That means you have to make your eyes very gentle and just focus on the top eyelids and the bottom eyelids connecting. Breathe into that. Imagine your spine. And I want you to feel a tingle all the way down the spine towards the hips into the pelvic floor. And then imagine a wash of protection. And then imagine a wash of protection. Your knees, your elbows, your fingertips, your toes, everything is protected. Imagine yourself in a beautiful, colorful bubble. Colors swirling around you. And as you're aware of the swirling bubbles, imagine that you just lay down in that bubble and just relax. Imagine that the more you relax, the more the bubble lifts. And it's lifting higher and higher, and it's now above trees. Maybe even above your region that you live. And it's drifting towards a beautiful waterfall. And I want you to hear the waterfall. I want you to imagine the sounds of a waterfall. And it brings you very close to the waterfall. And actually it brings you to this little area under the waterfall that's a little cove. And the bubble just sits and floats on this cove. You're very protected. And I want you to look at the waterfall. And you can see colors within the water. And you can see through the colors swirling around in your bubble. And you're seeing beautiful blue. And it's so tranquil. And you're seeing green. And it's filled with growth. Joy and bliss is represented by yellow. And you even see white that represents purity and innocence. Red, passion. The earth is represented by browns. You see streaks of black, which represents your power. Whatever other colors that you might want to add, maybe pink or teal, silver, gold, imagine them coming through the waterfall into this beautiful pool of water in this cove. And you see beautiful lush trees, bushes and grass and flowers around this cove, and you're all alone in this bubble. Swirls of water, swirls of color in the bubble, swirls of color in the waterfall. And I want you to, in this bubble, imagine that the bubble is slowly dissipating and you are in that beautiful water. And you are surrounded by growth and joy and bliss and purity and innocence, passion and earth and power and tranquility. And you are letting yourself soak up the joy and the bliss and the passion and the power and the earth and the purity and innocence and the tranquility. Imagine all of that swirling around you, absorbing into you. And on every exhale, every space between the breath, you are releasing stress and hurt and anger, because it's being replaced by tranquility and power and purity and bliss. So imagine that you see a bubble all the way far away, and that bubble is gray and gloomy, and inside of that bubble is the narcissist. And you're not really seeing the narcissist as they are, as they've been hurting you. You're seeing the narcissist as a petulant child that will use anything and everything to get their way. A child with no discipline and no respect. And I want you to imagine that this isn't even someone that you could say is a child, because even a child could tap into some form of remorse. This is someone who has really wronged you and others and themselves. But you are very far away. They can't get to you, but I want you to notice that. The narcissist can't get to you in any way, shape, or form. They can't get to this beautiful power and bliss. They are incapable of it. The narcissist doesn't have energy because they want your energy. The narcissist will say things to you meant to hurt you. They will say things meant to manipulate you. They will feed off of your anger. They will feed off of your insecurity. They will feed off of your fear. Anytime you give them any attention, anytime you try to prove them wrong, anytime you try to reason with them or give them the benefit of the doubt, they will use that against you. You may not understand why they do what they do. You may have an idea that they did not have a good upbringing, but that's not your problem. You may understand that You are separate from them. But you may struggle with understanding how you are interconnected with them, but we are breaking that away. So imagine that there is a cord between you and that gray bubble, and a splash comes along and the cord just melts. And take an inhale and an exhale right now, and just feel what that separation feels like to you. It should feel freeing and peaceful. I want you to breathe again into the tranquility and the growth, the passion, the earth, and the power. And I want you to know that you are worth more than the insecurity that they instill, and the fear that they instill, and the anger and the rage and the sense of value that you lost when you were with them. And I want you to take that back with an inhale, even if it's only in your mind, for 10%, 5%. Take back any percent that you can. Maybe you take back 100%. But I want you to inhale that power back and feel that water that you're around. Feel it. The colors of blue and green and yellow and white and red and brown and black are all swirling around you. There's even some beautiful gray that's swirling around you, like a silver gray. And the more that you feel your power, the smaller that bubble of theirs gets. Whatever you saw them in before, imagine it smaller by half. The narcissist doesn't have energy. The narcissist wants your energy. They are like a petulant child. They will say things meant to hurt you. They want to manipulate. They will feed off of anger and insecurity and fear and sadness and tears. They will give you highs and lows. They will be charismatic. They will smile. They will try to weave you back into their web. But you are filled with tranquility and growth, joy and bliss, purity and innocence, passion, the grounded earth, the celestial sky, and the power within you. Bring yourself back to the soles of your feet, back to the top of the head. Allow yourself to connect from the toes to the scalp, all of that energy back to the tranquility, back to the growth, back to the bliss and joy, the purity and the innocence, the power and the grounded earth. Ground yourself right now. Stand tall. If you're still in that beautiful waterfall, standing in that cove with water coming up maybe to the knees, maybe to your neck, and you're feeling that water of that power around you, you look around and you realize maybe it's not even water at all. Maybe it's just healing energy swirling around you. And you are grounded, and you are tall, and you feel the tingle in your spine and in your skin. You are yellow, breathing into all of the colors of breathing into joy, bliss, purity, innocence, passion, earth, and power. Focusing on your breathing, understanding that nothing that the narcissist can say or do can touch you. The narcissist can talk to you, and they can smile, and they can be charismatic, and you can see right through them, like that flimsy, transparent bubble that they are in that is so small, like their ego, like their power, very small. You are now more secure. They need insecurity. They need fear. They need anger. They need attention. They need adoration. They need a fan club. But you do not have to give it to them. I want you to feel your power. I want you to feel your healing. Imagine now that you are floating in a bubble that is composed of all of those beautiful colors, and you're floating up past the waterfall into the sky. And you're going past the atmosphere into the universe. And in that bubble, you have everything that you need, and you are floating. And as you are floating, you are imagining that you can see the stars, the energy, planets, you are red, you are blue, you are green, space debris. You might even hear sounds from years ago floating through time of tranquility, growth, joy. You might hear a transistor radio from the 50s radio show. You might hear children laughing. You might hear loved ones that have passed away speaking to you lovingly. You might hear the tribes of centuries ago chanting, bringing power, and you are soaking up that energy. You can soak it up through that bubble, and you can hold it within you. And I want you to think about growth and tranquility. And I want you to hear those sounds. And right now that narcissist is so far away. And you can feel power. And you can feel healing. You are so valued. You are love. You know, maybe when you were really young, maybe somebody hurt you. Maybe you were hurt a lot. And I'm not saying that you have to get over that right now in the here and now. And I'm not saying that you have to forgive in the here and now. But I want you to tap into, what did it feel like to be hurt or to be neglected? What are the feelings that come up for you? Did you feel not valued? In danger? How does that connect to that narcissist? So, by breaking away from that narcissist, there's actually a part of your past that you're healing. And you can love the healing process because it's so beautiful. I see people in my office all of the time, and I work with people all of the time that are virtual, and we're on the phone, or we're in video, or we're just texting back and forth. And I can see the transition where they start to love themselves. Hundreds of people. And so if they can begin to love themselves even more deeply, why can't you? I did it. I learned how to love myself more deeply. You can love yourself more deeply. The more you can focus on self-love, the more you can protect, keep firm boundaries. Think about the things that you used to put up with that narcissist that you do not want to put up with anymore, and that you will not put up with. Negative words, negative everything, really. There might have been some positive points, right? That's how the narcissist lures you in. But you are power, and you are healing. Imagine the stars that are around you as you're floating. Imagine the tribe sounds, you are blue, chanting and the beating of drums. You are brown. Imagine someone that you lost long ago, passed away, and you can hear their voice so clearly. I have a message for you, and imagine that you reach into your pocket and you pull out of your pocket a folded piece of paper, and as you slowly open that paper, there is a beautiful, positive message for you. What is that message? Focus on your breathing, on tranquility and growth, joy and bliss, purity and innocence, passion, earth and groundedness, power, boundaries, love. The narcissist doesn't have energy. The narcissist needs your energy to exist as a narcissist. At least with you. Pull back that energy. And that stops the relationship that is narcissistic with you. Pull back the energy. It's your energy. Don't confuse love with codependency. Don't confuse kindness with sacrifice. They say things that are meant to hurt you. They say things to manipulate you. They feed off of your sadness, your tears, your anger. They feed off of any time that they think they can make you weak and control. And you may not understand why or understand how, but you know that you are worth more. Feel your power. Feel your healing. Allow that bubble to float downward towards the waterfall, out of the universe, out of that beautiful space of stars, in through the atmosphere, and really feel the waterfall now. Imagine that bubble goes to the top of the waterfall. The bubble pops. You are now in the waterfall, but you are not you. You are just the energy. You are red, you are blue, you are green, you are black, you are white, you are brown, you are yellow. You are all of the colors of tranquility, growth, joy, bliss, purity, innocence, passion, earth, and power. You are all of the colors, all of those things. You might be pink, teal, silver, gold, whatever other colors you decide. And you are swirling around that beautiful cove. You are the entire waterfall. You are the entire cove. You are